Hello everyone, today I will be talking about all the different things that I've prepared in order to be as ready as possible for Phase 2. As of right now, there are so many different things we can do. For example, grab all the flight points, and no, not just the ones you will be using up to level 40, all of them. Because when we get to max level, you could also go to higher level zones to get a new profession materials, and here there could be way less competition, so having all the different flight points could definitely be a benefit. Make sure to also learn all the different weapon skills, and talking about weapon skills, then you also gotta make sure that you actually level up these. The reason for this is because when you're going to level up your character in Phase 2, then you might also find new weapons, and if this is going to be an upgrade, you would also like to equip it right away. And if your weapon skill isn't high enough, well then you will have to spend maybe 30 minutes to an hour just to get to a decent level where you will not miss all your attacks. So make sure to fix this now instead of when you have to level, as it's gonna reduce your leveling speed by a high amount. Another thing you can also do when you grab the different flight points is to look out for vendors, particular vendors where you can purchase potions. These will be in high demand and also increase your leveling speed, as you won't die as often, or well, you can use them in PvP situations or if you're about to die. So if some of these potions are still cheap on the auction house, then I would definitely grab these before they become more expensive. Or you could fish in higher level zones where there's also a high chance that you can get these. Having a higher amount of health is also gonna be important. Therefore, I've also purchased some rum. These will increase my stamina by 15 for 15 minutes. Another thing you should also do is to go to either Thunderbluff as a Horde player or the Nasus as an Alliance player. Here you should get the wall buff, and once you have got this, it's also gonna be important to purchase an item that allow you to store the buff. The name of this item is Chronoboom Displacer, and this allows you to keep your wall buff or well stored in an item, and then you can press on the item the moment you would also like to reactivate your wall buff. Make sure to also max out your first aid, so you have the best possible bandages for when you have to level. You could even prepare silk cloth as well, so you can continue to level this profession right away. Talking about professions, then you should also max out your main professions, whether it's gather professions or for example crafting professions. The major reason why I would focus on this is basically because we don't know if they're going to introduce new epic items in Phase 2, just like they have done in Phase 1. So if they decide to implement this, well then you don't want to start leveling your profession from level 1. Also remember, many of the things you can craft will be useful as you're leveling, especially the epic items at level 25. Those will easily last all the way up to level 40, or could even be useful at level 40. Therefore, I've also prepared profession materials so I can speed level my leather working. For example, medium leather, heavy leather, and even thick leather. Besides stacking up on leatherworking materials, then I've also gathered so many other things, or well invested into these. So I have more than 10 bank characters filled with investments, and all these investments you can know of right now if you're a member of the channel, as you will gain early access to my investment video part 2. Another important thing to do is to collect all your 12 runes, so you can swap between these as you're leveling, or if you for example have to do a dungeon where you either need to tank, heal, or maybe DPS. Besides this, then the runes also allow you to have up to 3 additional spells or abilities, and these will definitely increase your leveling speed. In order to collect each individual rune, I use an add-on that will tell me where and also how to collect them. And in Phase 2, this add-on will then be updated with all the new runes, so you know where to collect these as you're leveling up. And talking about leveling up, then it's also a leveling guide that you can use all the way up to max level. So in Phase 2, you can level as efficient as possible and get quickly to level 40. However, you will need to pay a bit if you wish to get the full version, but you can try the free version right now from level 1 to 20 to see if you like the add-on or not. Just make sure to use the link below the video. Or if you would like to purchase the full version, then make sure to apply my discount code, which is GuideMMO. This will also help me as a content creator. I always use this when I'm leveling up my characters, especially if I would like to level as efficient as possible, because this add-on has been developed by the best speed levelers in World of Warcraft. So yeah, it will pretty much min-max everything, so you don't have to spend a lot of travel time and then accidentally making mistakes when you're leveling up. Another thing I've also done to level up quickly is to stack up on 20 completed quests. So instead of handing them in right now to get gold, then I will wait until I also get experience. That way I'll get to level 26 in a matter of seconds. It's not too difficult to farm gold in phase 1, so I would highly recommend you just to make an alt if you're really desperate for gold, or maybe just farming things that I've mentioned in my different gold guides that you can find on my YouTube channel. To prepare as much experience as possible, then make sure to also stack up an elite quest and dungeon quest, as these rewards a lot more experience compared to a normal quest. You should also focus on getting to rank 3, not because of the rewards you can currently purchase, but mainly because you will be able to purchase new rewards in phase 2, so the higher rank you can get now, the easier it will also be to get to an even higher rank in the next phase. And who knows, maybe they might implement even more rewards that we don't know about yet, like they did with the level 25 cloak. And there's also another big benefit of getting to rank 3, it is basically that your mount will also be cheaper. I do know the mount price has been reduced in Season of Discovery, but still, the more discount you can get, the better, as this gold you save could also be spent on something else. And to reduce your price even further, then you should also focus on your faction specific reputation. So make sure to get this to at least honored. If you can get it to revert, it's gonna be an even bigger discount. The quickest way to get to rank 3 is just to do Warzone goals. This battleground rewards a lot of honor and also reputation that you will need. So make sure to get a pre-made group so you also increase your win rate. You should also make sure to do the Ashenveld World PvP event. This will grant reputation with the same faction as Warzone Gulch. And why this is gonna be important is because you can purchase items that will help you level up quicker, but also items you can instantly use when you get to, for example, level 38. By getting this faction to revert, you can also purchase yourself some level 25 weapons. Who knows, maybe in the future there will also be a level 40 version, at least in Original Classic there were also a level 38 version. It's gonna be easy to get this faction to friendly, and I would highly recommend you to do this, as you will be able to purchase a mount you can only use in Ashenveld. So if you plan to quest in Ashenveld in phase 2, then this mount will also help you level up even quicker. However, you should make sure you get this faction to at least honored. This allows you to, for example, purchase this level 38 ring, and yeah, you can purchase it right now and store it in your bank. This is also the same case with this neck, and there's even gonna be an amazing healer and damage ring you can also purchase for level 38. And let's not forget this amazing cloak that also provides a lot of additional healing. I guess many healers at level 40 will go for this one in the beginning. You can also get yourself a level 40 trinket, and depending on your class, then it will provide 7 stamina and something else. For example, restore 6 health per 5 seconds. Another thing I've done in order to prepare higher level green items for phase 2 is to make sure I fish in higher level zones. And all of these green items I've collected from my rogue, and most of them I will either use when I'm leveling up or when I get to max level, for example the chest right here. On my channel you will find my fishing guide that will explain you how to get to max level in fishing, but also tell you where I'm fishing the different trunks. So how I do this and in what zones I'm currently fishing. And when you're fishing, you have a chance to get Meafel bound trunks and Iron bound trunks, and in these you can then get these green items. Sometimes they will either be above or below level 40, or you could even be lucky enough for them to also be exactly level 40. You should also focus on the new faction, where you hand in supply crates and get reputation with this new faction. Getting to friendly allow you to purchase a 10 slot bag, and getting it to honored allow you to get a 12 slot bag. Quite useful when you're leveling up, so you have more backspace, and you can also unlock a new rune for your class. So if you're planning to get all the runes before Season of Discovery phase 2, then make sure to focus on the faction. And who knows, maybe in the future it will even be mandatory to focus on the faction. The easiest and quickest way to get reputation is simply just to find chests in the open world. Here there's a high chance that you will also get these supply crates. To level up even quicker between level 25 to 40, you also gotta make sure that your character has amazing gear. So do the Black Fathom Deeps raid every single reset, and of course also work on your professions so you can craft the epic item. So how are you preparing for phase 2? Let me know this in a comment below the video. And if you're interested in more Season of Discovery content in the future, then make sure to also subscribe and hit the notification bell. As always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace!